All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to begin on apparently highlighter yellow brand day. Oh, Pak Chan Ho leading things off for Kia. Kia attempting to make their way back into playoff contention early in the season. Oh, White on the mound. He has been fantastic since taking over as after missing the first about month of the season due to an injury. And the first pitch is low, ball one. White's 2.31 ERA on the season has been much better in his last three games. He's only pitched in four, but two wins in his last three games. The first game against Hanwha wasn't able to go 5 innings. That's in there for a strike because it was his first game back. So, but he has lots of strikeout stuff. He has 22 strikeouts in 23 innings. Doesn't walk too many, 6 walks. But he does tend to give up some home runs. He's already given up 3 home runs on the season, despite only pitching in 4 games. So look something like that. No, I they are having doubleheaders. I am not doing a doubleheader though. As the 1-2 is a little bloop into left field, center field, and that will be a leadoff single for Pak Chan Ho. No, I don't need an. I need more hours in the day to get my regular life done. All right, so Pak Chan Ho leading off with a single here, and that brings up a wisdom. A wisdom hitting in the number 2 spot now that Kim Do Young is back. I do not. You have Nail and White both on the mound, who are really good pitchers. Uh, both of them should go 7 innings. So I would say no, as the 0-1 is a grounded foul and it's 0-2. Those are very interesting cheerleader uniforms. Mary Kate, what do you think about those? All righty, here we go. The 0-2 pitch to Patrick Wisdom of St. Louis and Chicago fame. He lifts that one. Right fielder Han Yu Sum under it and makes the catch. And one away. That brings up a Kim Do Young. I'm trying to figure out these about these SSG uniforms. I think it's a double no brand day, but they definitely do not look like the mustard yellow uniform that I have. As Kim Do Young steps in and a swing and a miss, a 143 on that, and it's 0-1. Getting ahead against these Kia batters. 6 game hitting streak for the young third baseman currently. As here comes the 0-1 pitch. Pak Chan Ho will steal a base here and there. As checks over on him just as I say that. And it's 8 for 9 on the season. Thank you for throwing that stat up there. I don't have my phone. I need to get it on the break. As here comes the 0-1 pitch. And fouled away, and it's 0-2. White, a 3 pitch pitcher, basically a 50% of the time he's going to throw his fastball, 151. One of the hardest throwers in the league. Definitely the top 2 or 3 as far as average speed. Both him and Anderson is the 0-2 is set up on the outside. He goes outside, and just like that, it's a ball. A right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter, 0-2 count, rode in the other batter's box. Yes, apparently, it looks like they're wearing their no brand burger uniforms. I should have worn mine. Maybe I'll make a switch in the half inning. As here comes the 1-2 pitch through, throws it over to the backstop, and Pak Chan Ho is going to head on over to second base. Wow, that was an awful throw to second or first, and we'll have a first error of the day for SSG. Way over McBroom's head. McBroom is not a first baseman by trait. He's a right fielder, but Hanyu Sum is also a right fielder. As the 1-2 is going to be a ground ball to the third baseman, and he checks over and throws, and that will be 2 away. Oh, that's little throw by Whites just cost them a ending inning double play. So while it may not just score a run, oh, I don't care. Don't have any concern in my life for who wins. Chae Young steps in at 291 on the season, 5 home runs. What they haven't thrown up in that stat sheet is the fact that he hit a double this year, making him 20 career doubles. And that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So right now he's thrown one extra pitch over what he would have had to throw. He also leads the league in unused buttons. As here comes the 0-1 pitch, runs inside, 1-1. If I had as many unbuttoned buttons on my work shirt, I would get fired. And the 1-1 is lifted into left field. That's slicing. Will it get down? It will just be foul. Got about a foot foul. A little hook in there. He makes his way back. Already? Cuevas has not pitched well, especially at the start of these games. All right, the 1-2 pitch just sets up at the chest. That's going to be a ground ball. The shortstop backhands it, throws across, and that will be 3 away. I'll be right back. I got to get my phone, and I'm going to switch to my no brand burger. So give me just a sec. I'll be back for the bottom of the first. All right. I'm all adjusted here. So a nail out on the mound. 8 games, only 2-0, but he leads the league in ERA, a 1.09 ERA. He's given up 6 runs on the season. 8 games, 6 runs. Efficiency is what he is. But unfortunately, Kia also doesn't score. So that's the big thing. When he has had the leads going, when he comes out of the game, Kia's bullpen is very, let's just say they're in the Christmas spirits. They like to give up a lot of runs, and yeah, we'll just say that. The Kia bullpen is like Oprah handing out cars. You get a run, you get a run, you get a run. And here comes the first pitch from Nail. And in there for a strike, 149 on the inside corner. Che Ji-hoon, 419 in the month of May, has definitely been the best player on this team. That had again, I didn't think they were going to be very good on the season. I picked them to finish ninth in the league. I just don't think they're very good. I don't think they have any depth or any starting pitching outside of the two foreigners, as that misses outside, and it's 2-1. They are proving to be exactly kind of what I thought they would be. As here comes the 2-1 pitch from Nail. And that's going to be a ground ball right to Pak Chan Ho. Throws across and a 6-3 ground outs. Puts one away. Righty, righty, righty. So Pak Sung Han steps in, the shortstop. 195 on the season. He is normally a 280, 290 guy, as he looks at just strike one right down the middle, and it's 0-1. Pak Sung Han, last year, a 301 career 279 hitter with the offs this season. But he has played well against Kia in his career, a 344 against Kia. That's the best in his career against any team. But always plays a solid defense over at short, too, is that it catches the inside corner and it's 0-2. Or sorry, 1-2. Nail on the pitches. He's also mainly a three-pitch pitcher. One of the only pitchers in the league that leads with his two-seam, 36% with his two-seam fastball. That's going to be a ground ball through the left side, and that will be the first runner of the day for SSG. Yeah, but now so they have Kim Do Young and Pak Chan Ho both are back, which is why their offense is doing much better. But they're missing Na Sung Bam. So Che Jung steps in now. He is a very, very dangerous hitter. He is thank you, Asaing. He is one shy of 500 career home runs. He would probably already be there if he wasn't injured at the beginning of the season. And the first pitch is a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. So back to Nail. Mainly throws his two-seam fastball, 146. It will get up a little bit higher than that, but 36% of the time. Off of that, he throws a slider sweeper, 132, about 33% of the time. As there's that slider sweeper, and it breaks way off the plate, and it's 1-1. So from there, he'll also throw a changeup about 20%. So does occasionally throw a four-seam fastball, but he's only going to throw 5 or 6 a game at the most. Just a slightly, obviously, faster than his two-seams. That's going to be a 6-4-3, a double play to end the inning as he gives up a single, but immediately gets out of it with a ground and double play. We'll head to the second inning. It's tied at goose eggs. Both teams with a hits. Both teams without a hits once the runner gets on base. Jung, last game I did of theirs, I think it was LG and SSG, or maybe it was KT and SSG, and he grounded into two double plays. Who was that? Which game did I do the other day that was him? Was it Lotte and maybe it was Lotte and SSG or SSG and Samsung. I don't remember, but yeah, I do remember he hit into two late inning ending double plays. Um, Kia will have their 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up. That's Kim Sun Bin, Osunu, and Hong Jong Pyo. Both pitchers getting out of the first without really even getting their arm warmed up. 11 pitches for Nail and 15 pitches for White. All right, Kim Sun Bin, the little right-handed hitting second baseman that Nick absolutely loves his uniforms. All right, here comes the first pitch in there for a strike at the top of the zone, 148. Oh, White, again, I talked about he throws 50% fastballs, 150 or so. That's misses way outside, 1-on-1 there. Off of that, he throws a curveball about 21% of the time, and then a cutter from there 17% of the time. Will mix in a slider, but again, his slider is like Nail's four-seam fastball. He's only going to throw 6 or 7, 5, 6, 7 a game. That is fouled away, and it's 1-2. He's gotten 2 strikes on, I think, every single batter so far. And the 1-2 is beautiful curveball and a swing and a miss, and that's going to be the first strikeout of the game. There will be plenty more where that came from, ladies and gentlemen. If you get to pick, I would say at least 15 to 20 strikeouts in this game. All right, Osunu, a right fielder, 304 on the season, and it looks at a curveball in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. First, I believe this is the first time I have actually seen him play. As the 0-1 is swing and a miss at a ball down below the zone, and it's 0-2. 151 on that as he was trying to catch up on it. What does he go with here? Hanwha is up again. And the 0-2, swing and a miss. And that will be strikeouts number 2 of the inning, outs number 2. And that brings up the number 7 hitter. Swung at 2 pitches that weren't on the zone. Yeah. Hanwha has definitely been outplaying everyone's predictions for them. Even the guys that predicted him, second, third in the league couldn't have predicted this. As Hong Jong Pyo, first pitch fouls that away, and it's 0-1. Hong Jong Pyo hitting below the Mendoza line, just came back up. Might have been a double header addition. Again, the teams are allowed 1 extra player for the double headers. And the 0-1 misses outside, and it's 1-1. Oh, Kim Sun Bin, the DH for Kia, is normally the second baseman, but I have a feeling that he will DH in the first game, and then Che Hyung-woo, the left fielder, will DH in the second game. as that misses way up high, and it's 2-1. Second game should be right there. Kim Kwon Hyun, if he gets the starts, he has not pitched well last season in the spring or this season. And the 2-1 pitch misses way outside, barely even shows up on the K zone. It might have been generous with that spot in the top right corner. Oh, the 3-1 pitch coming up. You do not want to walk this guy. He will steal a base on you, and that's exactly what he does. He walks him. A 2-out walk to the number 7 hitter puts another run on base for Kia. Hong Jung Kyo, not a lot of stolen bases on the season because he's hitting below the Mendoza line. But in his career, he's 5 for 9. That brings up Han Jun Soo, the catcher, the left-handed hitting catcher. The quickest, they say, the quickest way to the MLB is to be a left-handed hitting catcher. Oh, maybe he's got a future there. Might have to bump up that 172 batting average on the season as he fouls that away, and it's 0-2. 15 pitches in the first inning for White. Pitch number 15 coming up now. Somebody get that guy a heart rate monitor. All right, here comes the 0-2. And steps off the back. All right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch to the left-handed. Nope, they're going to throw over and almost throws that one away again. It's going to be a long day in the old KBO, I have a feeling. All right, and now again, once up at the letters, and the throw is sent into center field. And I told you he would steal a base, ladies and gentlemen. I told you, I told you, I told you. They even tried to pitch out on that. The throw was so bad from the catcher that it was hard enough to go over the second baseman and right to the center fielder. All right, they set up on the outside. He rolls over on it, so the pitcher grabs it and walks to third or first base himself. They get another runner on base, but again, nothing from it. And we will go to the bottom of the second. It's 0-0. 0-0, 0-0. I don't think they give him an error on that. So should be, I believe, at 31 pitches now is White. Yep, 31, 16 in that inning. I hope so. Oh, for you talking about for the Doosan game? I hope you didn't. NC's the starting pitcher. Oh, this game? I hope you took under for the first 5. I hope so. You got 2 of the best pitchers in the league pitching. Anything you can do to minimize the opportunities for the bullpens is a fantastic idea. All righty, bottom of the second. Nail obviously still out there on the mound. He'll face the 4, 5, 6 hitters for Kia. Alrighty, here we go. Nail out on the mound. 11 pitches in the first inning, facing Han Yu Sung, and looks at to strike one on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. 344 on the season for the right fielder. Looks like he's got himself a mouthpiece. And the 0-1 way outside, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch in the dirt, and 2-1. Oops, wrong side. All right, here we go. Sets up on the outside and misses into the dirt again, and it's 3-1. Nail, not a guy that walks a lot of guys. He has 17 walks on the season in his 8 games. He did not pitch well against SSG last year, though, as that is a strike in there, and we've got our first full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Against SSG last year, he pitched in 2 games, was 0-1 with a 6.17 ERA. As here comes the 3-2 pitch, sets up on the outside and misses, and that's going to be a walk. They'll get on base with a leadoff walk, and that brings up a dangerous guy. A strikeout or a home run, a 2-out outcome guy with McBroom. All right, it's McBroom, 230 or 244 on the season. Uh, 11 hits. I think he's got 18 strikeouts, but he's got 4 home runs. And that is a fouled away. And 0-1. He missed that one. That was right down the middle. A home run in yesterday's game. All right, here we go. The 0-1 pitch. Just drops below the zone. Nail wanted that one, but not getting it. Na, na, na. All right, 1-1 pitch sets up down the middle, and that's going to be off the handle, but that's going to drop in front of the center fielder. He goes to third, and he's safe. Hustling on that play is Hanyu Sam, and McBroom gets a single, moves the runner over to third. As Hanyu Sam was off, he knew it was off the handle, he knew it was dropping, and they've got runners on the corner with nobody out here in the second inning. The center fielder not hustling to the ball, kind of jogging up to it, and Hanyu Sum beats the throw to third base with a head first slide. All right, so that's going to bring up the left fielder, Che Junu. Yeah, we'll see. They have a very big habit of not hitting once they get runners in scoring position. All right, it's Shea Junu, and that's a ripped foul. He is 0 for 14 in the month of May. Needs a big strikeout here. Needs a strikeout here. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside. Just misses, and it's 1-1. Nail is just missing on the outside and at the bottom of the zone on these pitches. Can he do something to adjust? As normally he's catching right on the corners there. And the 1-1 pitch just sets up on the outside again, and that's going to be a single into center field. Hanyu Sam is going to come home to score as the first hit of the month for him. Scores a run, and SSG takes an early 1-0 lead. That was not a word that you're allowed to say on TV. All right, Kim Sung Hyun steps in. This is probably where they bunt. 239 on the season. Runners on first and second. And the bunt's pulled back, misses low, 1-0. Runners on first and seconds. By bunting, you increase your chances of scoring a run. You increase your chances of scoring one run, but more than one, you actually decrease your chances. So they are expecting this to apparently finish in a 2-0 or 2-1 game, because that would be the only logical explanation. All right, here comes the 1-0 pitch, and just catches the outside. 1-1. Here we go. A little defensive signs from Kim Do Young over there at third. Park Chan Ho at short will be running over to third base. And he drops down the bunts, and it's going to be in front of the catcher. Throws to first, and that will move the runners over on the 2-4 groundouts. One away now, and that'll bring up the 8th and 9 hitters trying to get a hit from the very bottom of the lineup. Jung Joon Jae, Triple J, hitting 168 on the season. He does have 15 walks, though. So a pretty good eye, which helps whenever you're as small as he is. A strike zone is like throwing a middle schooler, as that misses up high, 1-0. Infield is in, at least the second baseman in on the grass. Pak Chan Ho a little off the grass, just a few feet back on the dirt, trying to keep the runner at second a little closer, as that's going to be a ground ball. Wisdom is going to check on the runner at third, and that will be a standard 3-4 putouts, ladies and gentlemen. A 3-4 putouts, just like you see every day. As Wisdom makes the play, checks the runner's back, and tosses it over to Hong Jong Pyo, who was covering the bag. Oh, two outs now in the bottom of the second here. And that brings up Jo Hyung Woo, the catcher. Sets up on the outside and he leaks over, but fouled away. Jo Hyung Woo, 254 on the season. Pretty much took over the catching duties as E.G. Young is out with, I believe, a hamstring injury, as that is going to be lifted into center field, but dropped down. One run is in, two runner in, and that's will come up with a single from the bottom of the lineup and two RBIs as SSG takes the early 3-0 lead. Would not expect this in my life. They aren't hitting it hard. They're just like little soft bloops into left center field each time, but they're dropping, and that'll be a ground ball to the first baseman, and he tags him, and that'll be 3 away. But SSG gets 3 in the bottom of the second. We'll go to the third. 3-0 SSG. Nail has given up the worst game he has had. He had 2 games where he gave up 2 runs. The worst games in his last 5 games, he's given up 6 runs total. 1 in one game, 2 in 2 other games, and 1 in another one. So this is the no question the worst outing of James Nail's season, as he continues to struggle against SSG for some reason. 20 pitches in that inning. They leave 1 on, but come up big with runners on base. And not your average SSG game. Both pitchers at 31 pitches. We're back now. The top of the third will face. They'll have the 9-1-2 hitters coming up. All right, Pak Jung-woo, the center fielder, drops down a bunt. That's going to be trouble. They throw in time. Yeah, pretty good bunts, but McBroom is able to get the throw over to first base / the second base covering. beats him by half a step as Pak Jung-woo kicks Jung Joon Jae in the foot. That flips the lineup back over to Pak Chan-ho. He led off with a single in his first at bats. Looks at strike one on the outside, and it's 0-1. Kia with one hit and one walk after or one trip through the lineup, as that is another strike at the bottom of the zone. And they went 0 for 4 with runners on base and 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position once they got people on base. As here comes the 0-2 pitch, sets up on the outside. Curveball, he slaps at it, but it's foul. And we'll keep it an 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch misses outside, 1-2. 36 pitches now for Mitch White. Kia fans on the third base side. And the 1-2 is going to be lifted into right field, right center, and drops down. And he is on base for the second time today with his second hit. Will they be able to come up with something after he gets on? Again, 0 for 4 with runners on base so far today. And a swing and a miss there by Wisdom. And it's 0-1. Wisdom down to 242 now on the season. My prediction for him is pretty much coming true at this point. I didn't think he was. I thought he was going to be okay, but I just didn't think he was going to solve the issues for Kia, as that's chopped. Third baseman grabs it, throws across, and that will be 2 away. Pak Chan-ho moves over to second base, but now you've got 2 away. So my prediction for Wisdom is that he's going to strike out too much. He did not hit well against breaking pitches in the MLB. Obviously, MLB breaking pitches and fastballs are a little different compared to KBO. But I just didn't. I didn't see the correlation between the two leagues working out for him, as that is in there for strike. Just catches the outside bottom corner. So now on the season, he's got 29 hits and he's 37 strikeouts. No, as the 0-1 is up high, 1-1. The reason why is MLB hitters would easily be able to hit even the best KBO pitchers, as the 1-1 misses low 1-2, or sorry 2-1. And the best team in the KBO would never be able to catch up to 100-mile-an-hour fastballs. And the 2-1 is swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. I mean, there's obviously a possibility that they could. Maybe in a 5-game series, they could get one. Yeah, I think in a 5-game series, if we took that is popped up and second baseman out into the grass, and once again they get a runner on base, but do absolutely nothing as they go another 0 for 2. They're now 0 for 6 with runners on base. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's 3-0 SSG. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, the Rockies, okay. Say the Rockies play Hana. They are going to absolutely destroy Umsong Bay. Uh, could they beat Ponce? Could Ponce beat him? Yeah. Weiss? Maybe. Yunjin? I don't think so. Moondong Ju? I don't think so either. Think about the Rockies. You have Jake Cave, right? Played for the Rockies last year. So if you think about him, he played for the Rockies last year, but is no longer in playing. Uh, if you look at him on the season, he is 20th in WAR, and he missed some time. So he is hitting 331. So yeah, I mean, if you look at it like that's, I definitely, I don't think so. All right, so we've got James Nail back out after a rough second inning. It gave up 3 runs on a walk, a sacrifice, 3 singles as Pak Sung Han steps in. It catches the inside corner there, and it's 0-1. Nail still no strikeouts today. Are they playing in Colorado? As the 0-1 is 1-1. Bjornu Yuk, it takes over at first base as Wisdom has been removed. He looked like he was running real slow out of the box, as that is a single through the left side. And Pak Sung Han comes on base for the second time today. Sold out? A Colorado game? Who are they playing? Nail once again struggling against SSG. Did not pitch well last year against them. Last year in Moonhawk, one game gave up, had 9 strikeouts. They hit 333 against him in this stadium. As Che Jung steps in, he grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in his first at bats. Yeah. 3 of the games will be doubleheaders. And sets up on the outside, misses way outside, and it gets past him. Pak Sung Han around seconds, but will hang out at seconds. And a wild pitch there moves him up to second base. And more importantly, it takes away the double play. Yeah, the Kia SSG game will have another game 30 minutes after this one finishes. And then the Lotte KT game and the NC Doosan game will all have doubleheaders. As filed away, and it's a 1-1 now. I will not be doing a doubleheader today. Yesterday was enough. Alrighty, the 1-1 pitch fouls into the glove, and it's 1-2. LG doesn't have a bullpen today. That is one thing to be think about, as that is in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Is LG used Kim Jin Sung and Jang Hyun Shik, both of the games yesterday in the doubleheader. Up 4-1, and they used their closer on the second game of a doubleheader. Very interesting strategy. As the 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside again and lifts that one, but foul and stays 2-2. He's still not able to play third base, is still stuck as a DH. Wow. He has pitched really well lately. NC's offense has just been lights out since they got all their guys back. As the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss at a pitch at his eyes, and that's will be one away. First strikeout of the day for James Nail. All right, so 1 ounce now. And that brings up Hanyu Sum. Hanyu Sum walked and scored a run just last inning. He led off the inning with a walk, a full count walk. And here comes the perch in to Strzok. 0-1. I don't know. Pak Seung has been pitching really well this year. Pak Seung has been pitching really well, so I really think that he'll be able to go probably 6 or 7 innings. He's at 32 pitches through 2 innings, or 2+ innings, and that's his way up high, 1-2. Pak Seung, yeah, he did 20 home runs in 2020 and 20 home runs in 2021. But 2023 he pitched really well. Last year he did not pitch well, as that is a foul, and it stays 1-2. Then, but this year he has been one of the best pitchers in the league. He's like 7-1, I think, which obviously means he's getting some run support. All right, the 1-2 sets up on the outside, misses outside, and it's 2-2. Lotte really needs Pak Seung to continue his dominance without Barnes, as the 2-2 is fouled away again, and another 2-2 pitch coming up. 46 pitches already for James Nail through 3 innings here. Sorry, through 2 1/3 innings. 44 for Whites, or is it 45? I always forget the last. No, 44. I usually forget the last pitch that ends the inning is the 2-2 pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball, but foul. No. Thames. Yeah, I mean, since I started watching, Dixon Machado, man. All right, the 2-2 pitch misses outside, and another full count. Second full count of the day for him. Second straight inning. After signing a 2-year contract, they finally allowed the foreigners to sign multi-year contracts. And a swing and a miss, a big strikeout there. And that is a two away on the sweeper that just catches the inside. Yeah, I would say some will say like Woods or Davis. Probably get a lot of people talking about Tyrone Woods. All right, here comes McBroom and looks at just strike one at the top of the zone. He was the first, I believe, the first foreigner. Played for Doosan, I believe. And the 0-1 misses outside. 1-1. Another ball there. I haven't either, if that makes you feel better. So he played for in 98, 99, 99, or 2000, 2001, 2002. Played in the KBO. In his 5 seasons in the KBO, he hit 174 home runs, 510 with a 294 batting average. That is popped up. Center fielder going back at the wall, and it'll one hop into the wall. The center fielder falls down, and McBroom will have himself an RBI double. As they once again come up with a unsuspecting hits. They are not playing Chaewon June in center field. 안녕하세요. The Chaewon June is either injured or out. I'm not sure. So about the time that Tyrone 아니요. 오늘 한 경기밖에 안 돼요. And that's in there for a strike. 0-1. 어제 2경기 했을 때 나무 피곤했어요. He asked if I was doing 2 games today. And I said no. Yesterday I did 2 games and I was way too tired. 네. 보통 두 번째 경기 재미없어요. 해설자 선수 다 피곤해서 기운이 없어요. As that's a swing and a miss. We'll go to the fourth inning. It's 4-0 SSG. That's like laughing. Get my numbers fixed here. I accidentally put extra hit on Kia, and we know that's not true. And I put that in the fourth inning and not the third. Man, I am off today. There we go. I think I've got it fixed now. Yeah, if you're in the soup chat, that's probably what you see a ton of. Uh, I don't know. I don't. I don't know those words in Korean. It might be. All right, Che Hung Woo will step in. And that's a ball on the outside. We'll see how Whites does now with a another big break there. As they're gonna face the 4-5 and a 6 hitter. Che Young Woo, a 6-3 ground out in his first at bats. It looks at strike one there, 1-1 now. I don't know what that means either. And the 1-1 is gonna be a ground ball to the shortstop. Throws and out as he fell down. I thought that was Pelota. Pelota. Paquecho means outside. All right, Kim Sun Bin looks at ball one there. And the 1-0 is a ground ball. Third baseman and grabs it, throws across, and not able to get it as Kim Sun Bin is going to be on first base. Don't know if that'll go down as an error or a single. They'll probably give him a single. I mean, it means ball because it's outside, but that's not what it means exactly. Takes his sweet time and then throws it into the dirt. McBroom and not able to make the play. It has to be an error in any league in the world, and that is an error. Second error on the day for SSG. You've got a runner on first now with 1 out, and that misses up high 1-0. 1-0 is slowly in front, throws to seconds, and doesn't go to first. As the 2-6 putouts, just like you drew it up, almost as nice as that's 3-4 putouts. And that will be Two away. Possibly. All righty, here comes the 1-0. And that is a single into left field. And they've got their first hits with a runner on base, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out now as they are going to be a dangerous team. Both bottom of the lineups coming through big for these two teams. All right, Hanjun Soo. Hanjun Soo steps in. He grounded out to the first baseman in his first at bats. And that will be a ball on the outside. 1-0. No, he grounded out to the pitcher. And that is in the dirt, 2-0. And the 2-0 is outside, 3-0. It could mean clapping. Possible. All righty, here comes the 3-0 pitch. Is he going to get a green light? No, because it's way up high and he walks. The bases loaded. That brings up the number 9 hitter. Yeah, as they'll have a little mound visit here. Park Jung-woo steps in. Not a dangerous hitter, but he is a guy that will slap one into the gap between first and or second and short and third. Okay. All right. Park Jung-woo grounded into a 3-4 putout in his first at bats. And misses outside and another ball. 57 pitches now for Mitch White. He's right with Nail. And here comes the 1-0. Misses up high, and it's 2-0. All righty, here we go. The 2-0 sets up right down the middle and misses outside again, and it's ball 7. I was getting ready to ask where you were. That is up high, and he walks in a run and flips the lineup back over as Osanu comes in. 8 straight balls. They didn't pinch hit him. They took him out after he hit. And that's ball 9. Achano, a 2 for 2 on the day. And the 1-0 pitch outs. Ooh, just catches the outside corner, and it's 1-1. Kia Pachano. And runs way inside, almost hits him, and it's 2-1. No, their offense was not very good either, before or after he came back. They are 8th in the league in average. The only two teams worse are Kia and SSG. As here comes the 2-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside and a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Yeah, and he's injured. So runners in scoring position. Kia is 8th in the league. Only two teams worse are KT and SSG. As here we go. The 2-2 pitch sets up on the inside, and it fouled into on the first base side. Stays 2-2. 21 pitches, and now in the top of this fourth inning. He started out really, really bad. I don't know what he's at now. He's still hitting 232 as the 2-2 pitch is chopped. Second baseman grabs its throws, and they will leave the bases loaded on the 4-3 groundouts. They've left 6 runners on now. And we will go to the bottom of the fourth. It's a 4-1 SSG. Go 2 for 2, and then you get a chance to get some runs, and you roll over on it. Oh, SSG will have their 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming up. Twenty-two pitches in that inning for McBroom. Uh, More like I want to say, who could say Tracy McGrady. Talented, but always getting injured. Or maybe I could say Derek Rose. I think that might be a better one. All right, Kim Sung Hyun steps in. He sacrificed bunt in his first at bat, fouls that into Han Jun Seo, and it's 0-1. All right, after that brief pause, he sets up on the outside, and the 0-1 misses way up, and it's 1-1. Kim Sung Hyun again, a sacrifice bunt, a 2-4, a sacrifice bunt in his first at bat. Moved the runners over. They all eventually came around to score. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Misses up high, 2-1. Nail just not getting it done today. Wonder what he does on day games. Yeah, he pitches much better at home and much better at night, as that's misses there, 3-1. So at home, he has an 87, a .87 ERA. On the road, a 1.45 ERA. During the day, this would be a day game, 1.9 ERA. At night, a .35 ERA, as that is down the middle, and it's a full count. Third full count of the day for SSG. A walk and a strikeout in the other two. And that is a foul away. Also on Sundays, a 2.41 ERA, 3 games on Sunday. He has struggled with command on Sunday. He struggles with command on day games and on Sunday. So a perfect storm here. All right, sounds good. Hopefully, there's some excitement somewhere that makes you come back. Another foul ball. That's not going to do it. All righty, here we go. The 3-2 pitch. Maybe. All right, the 3-2. Hitting 344 at home. And did he go around? Did not, and that'll be a leadoff walk again. A leadoff walk on a bases on a full count in the second led to 3 runs. He's got a leadoff walk here in the fourth on a full count. Will it lead to 3 more? "65 pitches now for Nail, trying to get through 6 innings and keep the game at 4-1. Jung Joon Jae, a 3-4 ground out in his first at bats. And that is all right. Here comes the best pitch in baseball, number 67. Nope, we're going to throw over to first. All righty, the 1-0 pitch right down the middle, and that's misses outside at 2-0. Yeah, I think so too. It's the perfect storm of bad for James Nail. A Sunday game on the road at during the day. As here comes the 2-0 pitch on the inside, and it just catches the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Were they just not paying attention or what? As here we go, the 2-1 pitch. He goes, the throw, and not even close. And that pitch was also outside, and now it's 3-1. The 3-1 pitch catches the inside corner, and another full count, fourth now of the day. A walk, a strikeout, and a walk. Iroun, Ha Jae-hoon, Go Myung-jun, Park Sung-han. And the 3-2 is just catches the outside corner. And that will be a strikeout number 4 and outs number 1. Well, he continues the streak and the pattern as a walk on a full count, a strikeout on a full count, a walk on a full count, and now a strikeout on a full count. Might not be a strike in a couple years, however. Again, there is an extra almost inch on both sides of the plates. Oh, it's almost 19 inches wide instead of 17 as Jo Hyung-woo steps in. He had the big 2 RBI single in his first at-bats with 2 outs in the bottom of the second, and that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Averaging 14.6 pitches per inning, but today he's at 21. As here comes the pitch. And that's going to be another single up the middle. He will round to third. He'll come home. The throw is way offline, and they've got him caught. But nobody over at first base. And that will be another RBI single. He's got 3 RBIs on the day. And that puts SSG back up by 4. Gotta love when your number 9 hitter has got 3 RBIs on the day because that probably means you are going to win the day. Yes, I believe you are the first person to write that. In GNF, missing his day, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. How much is Hanwha up? Oh, okay. As the 0-1. He's the first one to say it in the 4th inning, though. As the 0-1 misses up, and it's 1-1. Yeah. And the 1-1 pitch that's ripped into the gap in right center. That is going to roll to the wall. And Jo Hyung-woo will come around third, and he will come in to score on the RBI triple from Chae Ji-hoon. Maybe. Maybe. Chae Ji-hoon trying to rock some facial hair there. ERA is up over 2 now. He came into the game with an ERA of 1.09. It is ballooned now as he's given up 6 runs in this game. He gave up 6 runs in his first 8 games. He's given up 6 today, as Kia was definitely expecting him to be able to go 6+ innings with this being a doubleheader. Park Sung Han steps in. He 2 for 2 with a run scored in this game and looks at ball one up high, 1-0. And another 1-0 pitch sets up at the knees and just catches the inside corner, 1-1. His struggles again continue against SSG. And that is in the dirts and 2-1. All right, a 2-1 pitch. And he pops that one up the left fielder, and there will be a tag. He makes the play, the throw home, and not in time. And that will be another run, a sacrifice fly to the left fielder. It was not deep, but he ends up getting it as the center fielder is over on third base, is able to tag up, come home, and SSG is now up 7-1. All right, now you've got 2 outs, and Shea Jung steps in. Again, still one home run shy of 500. And that's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman throws. And that will be 3 away. But they get another 3 runs. Both innings, they've had a leadoff walk on a bases on a full count. They've put up crooked numbers. We'll go to the 5th inning. It is all SSG. Have to wonder how much they expect to get from Nail today, actually. Again, they've got a double header, so you have to be thinking, at this point, are you thinking, okay, let's just Nail, can you give us 100 pitches and get us as deep as you can on 100 pitches? Uh, are they thinking, hey, we're not worried about the score, we just need you to go, or are they thinking, hey, we can score 6 runs and come back because we've got 5 innings to come back. You have to make a decision at this point. All right, the top of the 5th now. Byung will lead things off for Kia. He took over for Wisdom on defense after in the top of the 4th, or sorry, the bottom of the 3rd, and that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 242 on the season. No home runs though. He was considered a home run hitter coming up, but he is not hitting them anymore as that's just misses low 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch and way up high, 2-1. White has to be feeling pretty comfortable right now. As that misses way outside again, and it's 3-1. And he threw 9 straight balls in last inning to walk home Kia's 1 run. And the 3-1 lifted foul, and it's 3-2. First full count of the day for Kia. And 3-2 is in the dirt, and that's another walk. The fourth walk of the day for Whites as he puts the leadoff runner on base. That brings up Kim Do Young. This is where they've got to put the game back into an actual game. White's still at 72 pitches through 4+ innings, so he's not doing great with his pitch counts. Kim Do Young 0 for 2 on the day as he fouls that one into the hand of the catcher, and it's 0-1. A 5-3 ground out in the first at bats with a runner on base, and then a pop fly to the second baseman with another runner on base. And a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. All right, 0-2 pitch now. Sets up, nope. We're going to have a check over at and here comes the 0-2. Sets up outside of the zone and leaks over, but it's low, and it's 1-2. Set up in between the left-handed batter's box inside line and the plates, but it ended up missing low down in the middle of the plate. As that is another ball in the dirts, and a 2-2. Last home run was on the 26th against LG. NC is put up 9 runs already in their top of the fourth, and they still got more to put up. As here comes the 2-2 is fouled away, and it stays 2-2. Others around the league, Hanwha's up 3-0 against Kium. Surprised that it's not more actually, as they're facing Kim Yuna. Kim Yuna is 0-7 on the season. LG's up 2-1, and we've got ourselves a game here as the 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside once again, and that's going to be another ball 3. 2 straights full counts here to start the 5th inning as that pitch count goes close to the 80s. And the 3-2 sets up right down the middle as he chops it, but it's foul. And I'll have another pitch. Started this inning at 66 pitches. Walked Bionuyak on a full count. He's got another full count here. Already pitched number 14 of this inning. And it sets up on the outside again. And did he go around? He did. And that's will be a strikeout number three. Tried to hold up, but he couldn't. And that's is another out with the runner on base. They are now 1 for 9 with runners on base. And that's low. Ball one. 0 for 3 in the first inning, 0 for 1 in the second inning, 0 for 2 in the third inning, 1 for 3 in the fourth inning, and now 0 for 1 in the fifth inning. As the 1-0 pitch misses up high, but he swings and fouls it away, 1-1. As 400 career home runs, most in his career has come against SSG with 57. And the 1-1 pitch, curveball drops in at the top of the zone, and it's a 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch fouls it away. And this stadium is one of the smallest in the league. All right, here we go. 1-2 pitch, a runner over on first base. And sets up at the belt outside, but misses wide, and it's 2-2. 85 pitches now for White. He has been working out of the stretch almost the entire game. As the 2-2 pitch up high and another full count. 3 batters this inning, 3 full counts. As he just seems to be running out of steam. He walked 2 last inning to load the bases and then bring a run home. As he lifts that one, that's going to go, and goodbye, baseball. And now it is a 7-3 game. And we've got ourselves a 3-7 game now. As the over 12 is too much for this game. Maybe no. Maybe no. It's starting to heat up in Korea, which means the ball is going to keep a flying. Oh, that's good. All right, that misses up high again. And the 1-0 is grounded, but it's foul. 1-1. Yeah, they're gonna both be into the bullpens by the after the break. Nope. Awful. And that just catches the bottom of the zone. 2-1. Worst bullpen ERA. Well, but Kia has the second worst bullpen ERA, as that is fouled away. SSG apparently has a good bullpen ERA, but I think that's because they have errors. But as far as bullpen whip, Kia is the worst. And he slaps the ball, but pop fly to the second baseman, and that's two away. Why is that? And another pop up to the third baseman, and that will be three away. But they get to two on the 2-run shots by Che Hung Oo. Will go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 7-3. The E Boys doing some work apparently. E Jin Young, Iwan Suk, EJ Wan, and Ito Yoon. That's what happens when you get the big giant hole at the bottom of the lineup out. So elsewhere around the league, Lotte's up 4-1 against KT with a runner on third on the top of the sixth inning. 1 outs is threatening for some more. NC's up 9-4 against Doosan. They're in the bottom of the four. Doosan's got 2 outs now in the bottom of the fourth. That game is getting ridiculous itself. So Kim Gun-guk will be out on the mound. Kia will head to the bullpen early. Not how Kia envisioned this game going at all, as that misses inside. And it's 1-0. So Kim Gun-guk, 7 games, 9.2 innings, a 10.24 ERA, 6 strikeouts, 7 walks. And 1-1 now. Hanyu Sum greets the new pitcher. Hanyu Sum, a walk, a run scored, and a strikeout in his last at bats. And that one is greeted, and that one is what we call foul. Whoa! I was getting ready to hit the home run music because that was crushed. Absolutely crushed. Maybe a foot or two foul. but it's now a 1-2 count. And he fouls that one the other way, and it's 1-2 still. Kim Dunguk, I believe, has given up 2 home runs already on the season. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Just sets up with his glove on the ground, and he fouls it. So no, he throws it. Wow, they had the legal shift on, and he swants it over to third base, but he was so far off of third base that there was no way he was going to make that play. The shortstop almost right behind the bag, just over to the side of it, as cannot shift in the KBO just like in the MLB. The third baseman was playing shorts and off the bat just spinning over to third base and easily runs to first for a 1-out single. Or sorry, a leadoff single. As McBroom steps in at 2 for 2 on the day. He's got the first 2 for the cycle, a single and a double. Averages up to 277 now. As here comes the 1-0 pitch. And low 2-0. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. Misses, and that's 3-0. The bullpens are ready. Everybody loves a good KBO bullpen. Not that there are any good, there's one good KBO bullpen, which is why they're in first place. As here we go. The 3-0 pitch sets up right down the middle, and he catches the bottom of the zone, and it's 3-1 now. 9 pitches, most of them have been balls. All right, here comes the 3-1 pitch. It sets up on the outside corner, and he fouls away ball 3, and it's 3-2 now. 5th full count of the day for SSG. Again, we had a walk, strikeout, walk, strikeout. So if we're following the pattern, it should be another walk here. All right, a 3-2 as he swings at ball 4, and it gets out of play though. And another 3-2 pitch. You need this walk, or you just need him to hit a home run? He's already got 4 on the season. Well, you can't do both. As here comes the 3-2 is a chopped foul again. And an error on the third base coach. I don't get to make English jokes very often. And my Korean's not good enough to make jokes in that language either. As here comes the 3-2 pitch. That'll be ball four. And just like that, we keep our streak and pattern alive as we've now got a runner on first and second. That brings up Shea Junu. Now you need a home run? No, no, no. You need another walk. And then you need a home run. Because you need 14, right? All right. Shea Junu, 226 on this season. This game has got the pace of a Lotte game. SSG is usually one of the fastest teams in the league. Well, there's no outs, so at least it'll move him over to third, right? All right, Shea Junu, 1 for 2 on the day, and pops that one up. It's going a right fielder in front of the warning track. Now Hanyu Sam will tag up, and so does McBroom, and both runners tagging up there. And now you've got runners on the second and third with just one out. They're going to check over at see if he left on first. Oh, they're checking to see if he's safe or out. Oh, he stayed on the whole time. I think he's safe. I think he's safe. I don't think you can. I don't think you can overturn that. You can't see anything there because the umpire's in the way. Yeah. All right, so now you've got your runners on the second and third, just one out, and that's going to bring up Kim Sung Hyun. He is 0 for 0 on the day. A sacrifice bunt in his first at bat, a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored in his second at bat. And that is a ball one low, 1 0. Ooh, Samsung back to back home runs and takes the lead. As here comes the 1 0 pitch. A inside out swing fouls it away, and it's 1-1. Go Jauk with a double, then a home run by Kim Young Un, and then a back to back home run by Diaz. And the 1-1 pitch sets up right down the middle, and he pops it up to right field. He will be coming in on it. The throw and is safe. Thank you, Taeyeon. Oh, 2 outs now. McBroom did not go to third on that. He stayed at second base. Heads up there is now we've got runners on second. 2 outs. That brings up Jung Joon Jae, the second baseman, 0 for 2 on the day. 3-4 ground out in his first at bat, and then a ground out 2. Or a strikeout looking. Looks at strike one there, and it's 0-1. 18 pitches now for Kim Gung-uk. Kim Gung-uk. And maybe we'll get a pitch. There we go. Now he's on the mound. McBroom hanging out at second base. Would love to get another run here as AJ is waiting on it. Says that's going to be a ground ball, but it's foul, and it's 0-2. Jung Joon Jae. Jung Joon Jae. Jung Joon Jae. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's up on the outside. Swing and a miss, and that's will leave another one on base. They've left a whole 3 on base, but they get another one, and they are up 8-3. We'll take a break. We'll be back after the 5th inning stretch. See you in a few. I don't know. Am I supposed to say congratulations to that in GNF? All right, so we have a new pitcher out on the mound. Handu Sol steps on 21 games, 14 innings, 2 wins, 0 losses, 1 to save, 2 holds, 5.14 ERA. So this is not what either team wanted to be in when or thought that they would be in whenever the game started. As that is in there for a strike. No, Hong Jong Pyo leads things off for Kia here in the top of the sixth, and that's another strike in there, and it's 0-2. 오늘 김영웅 등록했어요? And outside, I want to know. I thought you were going to sleep in GNF. Glad to see the games that I streamed yesterday were not very good between LG and Samsung. The Kia and SSG game was really good, though, as that is a strikeouts looking and 1 away. And then today, the SSG Kia game is not very good, but the LG and Samsung game is. Oh, yeah, that was probably the best game. I still think that's stupid that they follow the doubleheader rules, even when the first game of the doubleheader is canceled. As Kim Jun Soo steps in, 0 for 1 on the day. He walked in his last at bats, grounded out to the pitcher who took it to the bag himself. Looks at just strike one. Yeah, that's going to be a ground ball through the right side. And they've got a base runner, ladies and gentlemen. Can they get a hit with one of them on? That brings up a Pak Jung-woo. You need all of the hits. And here comes the first pitch, a swing and a miss, and it's a strike one. He is a 273 on the season. He walked in his last at bats. RBI walk, ladies and gentlemen, and a 3-4 groundouts. That is going to be a soft grounder that drops in front of the second baseman. I don't know why they didn't throw to first, as that will go down as a 4-6 putouts. What? Yeah, I mean, Han Jin-soo was stuck in no man's land as the little soft liner, he lets it drop to try to turn two, but that brings up. Try to get this figured back out here. There we go. No, Pak Jung-woo on the first now. 2 outs. It was just kind of a soft little bloop that the second baseman could have caught or could have also let drop. He ended up letting it drop to try to get the double play, but the shortstop didn't even bother trying to throw. I don't know why that says Han Dong-sol. That is definitely not right. There we go. Park Chan Ho, 2 for 3 on the day. Two singles with nobody on base, and then he came up with the bases loaded in the fourth inning and hit into a 4-3 ground out. So the 1-1 pitch sets up down the middle. He drops down the bunts, but runs into it, and it's 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch misses inside at 2-2. Looks like Handu Sol and Che Ji Hoon are both trying out the same facial hair. Hanwha Park Chan. Next year's song, Hanwha Park Chan Ho. Hanwha Park Chan Ho. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Just sets up on the outside and misses low, 3-2. And he throws it in the dirts. That puts runners on first and second as Handu Sol slips on his footing, falls down to the ground on that, and that brings up Biono Yuck. I don't know why I have my runners over there, as they are on this side. All right, that'll be it. We'll have another pitching change. They'll bring in a righty to face the two coming up righties for Kia. We'll see who comes in. They let him face the righty in Pak Chan Ho, but not the righty in Byono Yok. Interesting. Interesting. Uh-oh, LG is threatening. Runners on first and second. NC puts up another run. Now they're now up 10-4 with runners on first and second and nobody out. All right, who is out on the mound? Oh, Kim Mean out on the mound now. No, 19 games for him, 16.2 innings, 378 ERA, 17 strikeouts, 4 walks, 1 home run given up. This is the righty that came over in the trade with KT, the 1-for-1 trade. Kim Mean for Owan Suk. You know, you gotta teach the kid, teach him young, man. All right, here we go. We got a runner on first and second, 2 outs, and that is ball one way outside. 1-0. Biono Yuck 0 for 0 on the day. Took over for Wisdom in the field after the in the bottom of the third inning. Walked in his first at bats. It came around to score on the Che Hyung-woo 2-run shots and fouls that away. 1-1 now. Where's Mary Kate? Here comes the 1-1 bitch. And he slaps the bat. It's a ball two, fouls it away, and it's 1-2. Dana, keep action. I don't know Beyond Yuck's song. Sorry, guys. You're stuck just listening to me to sing Pak Chan Ho's song. Kia Pak Chan Ho. Kia Pak Chan Ho. All right, the 1-2 pitch now. Sets up on the outside, and that's going to be fouled again. And another 1-2 pitch to Beyond Yuck. I think it's just Kiwi. I think it's Kia's helmet selection that causes them to be so far down. Because Beyond Yuck's is the same. It's Kim Do Young's is the same. They're all the same where their helmets are way, way down. As here comes the 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball right back up the middle. The diving second baseman's not going to be able to make the play. He'll go from first to third. And big 2-out RBI single from Byanuyak puts the game at 8-4. There you go, AJ. There you go. What's your rating on that one? Long way. It's 12 runs, man. You only need 2 more. We got bullpens pitching, and we're in the 6th inning. See, look, Kim Do Young's is the same. You can't even see his eyes. All right, Kim Do Young 0 for 3 on the day. Swing and a miss. It's ball 1, and it's 0-1. He struck out on a full count in his last at bats. Popped up to the second baseman and a 5-3 ground out. He has had runners on base every time he has come up, but 0 for 3. Swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. A home run here would make this a baseball game once again. Nail hoping to. Did they take the lead? All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Maybe runners on first and third. Last year's MVP up to bat. Sets up on the outside. A swing and a miss. A second strikeout. He has left 4 runners on base so far today. Sorry, 5 runners on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 8-4 SSG. They've left 8 runners on base now. I think they got 6 hits, though. They're going to have the 9-1-2 hitters coming up for SSG. I still don't think an 8-4 game is a 4-run lead with these bullpens is not something to have a lot of confidence in. As strange as that sounds, it is not something to have a lot of confidence in. I mean, Again, I don't think a 4-run lead with these bullpens is safe. I really don't. All right, here we go. The bottom of the sixth. Kia should have a new pitcher out there. I can't imagine Kim. Yeah, says Kim Gi Hoon is now out on the mound. 안녕하세요. Hangzhou. All right, Joe Hyung-woo steps in. He fouls the first pitch off, and it's 0-1. He has had himself a day, ladies and gentlemen, at 2 for 2 with a run scored and 3 RBIs, average it to 279 now for the backstop. And the 0-1 misses inside 1-1. Nah. All right, the 1-1 pitch, and he pops it up. Byonu Yuk in foul territory, and that will be one away. That flips the lineup back over. Che Ji Hoon will step in. He is 1 for 3 on the day. I don't think so because it's not runs batted in, it's run batted in. Because you can have 1 RBI. And the 0-1 misses low. And 1-1. Yeah, but you can have 1 RBI, so wouldn't be plural. Just kind of like you can have 1K or you can have 3Ks. Arsby, Arsby, as that's a fouled into the glove, but it's 2-2. Runsby, Risby, the old Risby. That's it. We're calling them Risbys from now on. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside, and he fouls it away. Stays 2-2. Souvenir for the crowd. Che Ji Hoon, RBI triple in his last at bats. 1 for 3, a 6-3 ground out, and a ground out to the first baseman in his other 2 at bats. And the 2-2 is popped foul. Another 2-2 pitch coming up. Angel, 어디에 있어요? Yeah, she a slow moving game. Kunde, uh, that is a ripped into right field. He is on base once again. The second time he has been on base. 근데 한국에 있어요. 그래서 어디에서 써요? Oh, they'll definitely hit that. And welcome, Steve. I don't know how long you've been here. Figured you would not be watching this game after this starts. All right, Che Ji Hoon does have some wheels. As Pak Sung Han steps in, 2 for 2 on the day. They check over and they got him. That was the slowest return to first base ever. Oh, I don't. That leg kick is. Ooh, he was safe. Well, there goes the base runner, and that's his. I'm not sure about that leg kick by Kim Gi Hoon. That misses inside, and it's 2-0. 아, 좋아하는 팀 없어요. 그냥 KBO 좋아해요. All right, here comes the 2-0 pitch. And up high, 3-0. Yeah, there are, but you only get 2 a game. If you win both, you get another one. So they might have already used both of theirs. I know they used no, that was Kia that used the one, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 3-1. I know Kia used one to challenge the McBroom. What is Story Corpse or Story Core? All right, 3-2. We've got ourselves another full count. Everybody loves him. So this should be a strikeout, as we've had 5 full counts now. Walk, strikeout, walk, strikeout, walk. Can we get a strikeout here? The 3-2 pitch. Nope, we're going to have another walk. That pickoff turns out to be really big for AJ. That brings up Che Jung. And I talked about these bullpens. 4-run game is not something that's I think of as insurmountable. Che Jung now steps in. Che Jung 0 for 3 on the day. He has also been on base. He has been up with runners on base every single time. Actually, no, his last bat he wasn't, as that is up high. 1-0. Ah. And another 1-0 checks over on first once again. All righty, here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that is low, 2-0. Walks, so walks, so walks, so walks, so walks, so walks, so walks. We need to help that guy fix his Velcro on the back of his hat. They've been showing that girl all day. The 2-0 pitch checks over on first again. They are now aware of his pickoff move, and so they are not taking very big leads. Will not be trying to steal on him at all. With 2 outs and a home run hitter up, and no point in attempting to steal either. As the 2-0 pitch popped foul out of play, and it's 2-1. 19 pitches now from the reliever, as these relievers for Kia are Wow, 7-0 now as Hanwha's up. They've given up one hit all day. Weiss, 8 pitches. I hope he throws a complete game as the 2-1 outside a 3-1. Have to think that Weiss is going to throw the complete game, right? 93 pitches through 8, 1 hit, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. As the 3-1, as that is a ball 4 and another walk. That's pickoff is now looking even bigger. On Yusom steps in. He is 1 for 2 on the day, a walk, a run scored, a strikeout, and a single and a run scored. 248 on the season for the left-handed hitting right fielder. And a swing and a miss there. And it's 0-1. Why not a home run? Double scores 1. And that just barely gets a stitch on the zone. And it's 0-2. Yeah, I am being realistic. The 0-2 pitch almost hits him, and it's a 3. And it's 1-2. You're playing in the smallest stadium in the league. 95 to the corners. He already hit one that's would have went about 130 meters, but was just foul. And that's in the dirts, and it's 2-2. Does have 1 home run on the season, 24 homers last year, 198 in his career. His career started way back in 2012. Been in the league for 13 years now. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. As he pops him up on the hands, a second baseman out into the grass, and that's will be 3 away. They leave another 2 on, and we'll go to the 7th inning. It's 8-4 SSG. 144 games. No, that was just the end of the 6th, man. Still got 3 innings left. Elsewhere around the league, yeah, 9. Oh, LG's up 6-4 against Samsung. They're in the top of the 8th. LG's up. And then Lotte is up 5-1 against KT. They are with a runner on seconds, 1 out in the top of the 8th. And then NC is up 11-5 against Doosan, top of the 7th. They've got a runner on first with 1 out. So this is the only game that the home team is winning at all. So again, SSG and KBO will play another game after this. It'll be 30 minutes after the game finishes, and then Lotte and KT the same, and then NC and Doosan also the same. So No Young will come out onto the mound for SSG. They have the same feeling that I do that a four-run game is not enough. As 19 games, 18.2 innings, two losses, 2 and 4, or two saves, four holds, a 193 ERA on the season. He led the league in appearances last year, and he is well on his way to doing the same this year. As Che Hyung Woo swing and a miss there. He hit his 401st home run in his career in his last at bats. Then a couple ground outs to the shortstop in his other two at bats. And here comes the 0-1 way, way outside on 1-1. Na, 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 na. And here comes the 1-1. And fouls it into him. And it's 1-2 now. The first inning was the only inning that nobody scored in this game. All right, the 1-2 pitch misses up high, 2-2. Kia has had a lot of base runners. They have had a lot of base runners. Che Hyung-woo, here's chance here. He's hitting 383 against No Kyung-eun in his career as he fouls that one off. So in the first inning, they had a leadoff single. The second inning, they had a walk with 2 outs. The third inning, they had a single with 1 out. The fourth inning, they had an error with 1 out. The fifth inning, they had a walk to lead off the inning. And then the sixth inning, they had a single with 1 out. They have had runners on base every single inning as Che Hyung-woo lifts that one. It's going to just get foul, and it'll still be 2-2. So they have had plenty of opportunities to score. It's just when they have had runners on base, they don't get hits. And the 2-2 pitch runs inside, and another full count here in this game. Second full count of the day for Che Hyung-woo. He hit a 2-run shot in his last one. I don't think he's going to do that here since he's leading off the seventh, but you never know. And nope, that'll be a single into right field. And I imagine he will come out of the game now. No, and once again, a runner on base. And he stays in there to run. All right, Kim Sun Bin steps in. He's 0 for 3 on the day. It looks it's a ball one up high, 1-0. Wonder what that stands for. He's got SBMJ something something on his shin guard. Wonder if that's his kid's initials. As here comes the 1-0 pitch. As the inside out swing, and that goes to right field. Han Yu-som grabs it, and that will be one away. 0 for 4 on the day for Kim Sun Bin. Now, and that brings up Osanu. Osanu also 0 for 3 on the day. Hanwha fan at the stadium. Imagine that, Hanwha fan with a new Hanwha uniform. All righty, here we go. That's misses inside, 1-0. Bottom of the lineup needs to do something for Kia. the 1-0 pitch in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 1-1. In the dirts. This is what happens when you go to the bullpen, especially here where you've got a guy that's now in his 20th game on the season. So he's pitched in half the games on the season. Sam's or SSG now 38. This is their 38th game. He's pitched in 20 of them. As here comes the 2-1 up high. 3-1. And that's misses up high. Ball 4. Brings up the number 7 hitter, Hong Jong Pyo. And he did lay off of that. Hong Jong Pyo steps in. He is 1 for 2 on the day, a walk, a stolen base, a single, and a strikeout looking in his last at bats. And here comes the first pitch. A curveball drops in there at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. 192 on the season for the second baseman. And the 0-1 pitch runs inside. Let it hit you, man. You got all that gear on. Let it hit you. Load the bases up. Bring the tying run to the plate. And the 1-1 is going to be a ground ball. Second baseman throws to shorts, the throw to first in time. And that's will be a 4-6-3 double play as once again they go hitless with runners on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 8-4 SSG. Unbelievable. Three for 16 with runners on base. 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. The only inning that they have not had runners in scoring position was the 5th inning, and that was because Chae Hyung-woo hit a 2-run homer there with a runner on first. Oh, they had a hit with a runner on base in the 4th, a hit with a runner on base in the 5th, and a hit with a runner on base in the 6th. That's where they have their 3 runs. You got a team that's with runners in scoring position is the worst in the league compared to last year where they were the best in the league. I mean, it's the difference is massive. So in 2024, Kia hit 308 with runners in scoring position. Okay, get this 308 with runners in scoring position. This year, they're hitting a 257. There's your difference. All right, who do we got? Yoon Jung Hyun on the mound now. 3 games, 3 innings, an ERA of 3, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 home run given up. Yoon Jun Hyung. I'll get it changed. Give me a second here. McBroom leading things off. And it's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So Kim Sung Won on left field now. And that's another strike in there for 0-2 now. The whole season. Man, the 0-2 is way outside on 1-2. They didn't change their hitting coach in the offseason, did they? I mean, they didn't. They tried to address their issue with first base by bringing in Wisdom. Again, I don't think he's the answer. I didn't think he was the answer in the preseason. Is the throw that's going to be a ground ball through the side, and that is going to be trouble as it gets down into the corner. McBroom hustling, digging, and slides into second base, and he's got himself another double as he is on base for the third time today. And just gets inside the third base and rolls down off the tarp. He was slow getting out. He he looks like he's hurt. He looks like he's pulling a piano behind him as here comes the pitch. It catches the inside corner to Che Junu. As we've got a pinch runner, Otegun takes over on the bases. Yeah, he definitely looked like he was in pain running to second base. As that's going to be a ground ball off the pitcher's glove, and now it's a race. He is safe. As off the pitcher's glove, the pitcher tries to grab it and go and get in a race with Otegun over to third base, dives and runs in, hits him in the shoulder, almost knocks him off the base. He is safe, but he is definitely hurt. Oh, jam the shoulder right into it. And he is done. He comes into pinch run. And we also have a pitching change. So we'll have a pitching change, a runner on a new runner. So we'll get that changed once we figure it out. So that'll go down as a fielder's choice. As the KBO app is still way behind. So Che Sup was the hitting coach last season, but this season he is with the minor leagues, and Jo Sung Bum is now the current hitting coach. So they changed the hitting coach and they haven't changed it back. So Jung Jae Hyuk out on the mound now for Kia. 1 game, 1 points, 1 innings, and 1 walk. So again, I'm trying to get these things changed. The KBO app that I usually try to get names and stuff is real slow. So somebody, Che Hyunu, is now over on the bases. So Jong Jae Hyuk out on the mound. That leaves Kim Sung Hyun up to bats now. Runners on first and third. And the first pitch fouled away, and it's 0-1. All right. I think this is all fixed as the 0-1 way up high, 1-1. Yeah, base running coach, maybe. All right, here we go. The 1-1 pitch. Way up high again, ball two. All right, here we go. The 2-1 pitch. And that is up high again, and it's 3-1. Runners on first and second, or first and third with nobody outs. AJ and Scantizzi praying for a bases loaded situation here. Weiss did not get the complete game as shutout as Kim Bum Soo came in to close it out. And that is a pop up foul. Nope, fair territory, foul territory. And that means 1 out now. That brings up Jung Joon Jae. He is 0 for 3 on the day. Oh, that sounds so good. Mm. All right, so Jung Joon Jae facing Jang Jae Hyuk. Jung Joon Jae 0 for 3 on the day, a 3-4 ground out, and 2 strikeouts. 1 looking and 1 swinging. And that is in the dirt, says the steal a base there. Takes away the possible double play. All right, runners at a second and a third. And that is up high, 2-0. Oh, Hanwha win another win, 8-0 today. That puts them 12 straight games with a victory. LG is up 7-4 in the bottom of the eighth with 2 outs on Samsung right now as the 2-0 just catches the bottom of the zone and it's 2-1. Lotte's up 6-1 as KT is up in the bottom of the ninth, and then NC's up 11-5. Doosan's got a runners on first and second with 2 outs in the bottom of the eighth. So not over just yet as the 2-1 pitch misses up high, 3-1. He is going to walk him. All right, here comes the 3-1 as he fouls it away and runs the counts full. 3-2. I'm not jinxing anything. I'm just giving you information. And here comes the 3-2 pitch, sets up right down the middle and misses, and that's walks them. And they've got the bases loaded. Kia's manager looks on like he can't believe it's like he didn't know that his pitching staff can't throw strikes. Everybody else in the league knows it, man. How do you not know it? As Joe Hyung-woo steps in. It's because AJ quit talking. That's why. All right. As that fouled away. That squeaky chair needs some oil after today. So Joe Hyung-woo, two RBI single in the first inning, or sorry, second inning. A RBI single and a run scored in the fourth inning. In the sixth, the pop up to the first baseman in foul territory. He's got a chance here with the bases loaded and grounds that foul 0-2. Hanwha Park Chan Ho. Hanwha Park Chan Ho. Hanwha Park Chan Ho. Yeah, it's the 0-2 pitch. A slow roller, shortstop grabs it, throws, and that goes down as a 6-4-3 double play. And somehow they get out of it without giving up any runs. We'll go to the eighth. It's 8-4 SSG. Oh, the inability to get hits with the runners on base. It's amazing. It's really amazing. All right. Here we'll have the 8-9-1 hitters coming up as they attempt to mount a comeback SSG, no way they still have No Young Un out there on the mound. And he's still out there. Wow. As Han Jun Soo looks at ball one in the dirts. No Young Un is still out there on the mound. Over at first is Go Myung Jun. And it's 2-0. Han Jun Soo, 183 on the season now. Did have a hit in his last at bats. Lifts that one up as the center fielder, nope, left fielder under it. And that's is one away. Hak Jung-woo steps in. He walked in his second at bat and then a 4-6 ground out in his other one, or not even a ground out, as that is fouled away and it's 0-1. And that's going to be right back at the pitcher, throws it to first, and that will be two away. Brings the lineup back up to the top. Will they be able to actually get some runs, ladies and gentlemen? They'll have Hak Chan Ho stepping in. He's been on base 3 times. 2 singles with nobody on base. With runners on base, he's got a walk and a 4-3 ground out, and that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Mary Kate wants no runs. Everybody else wants runs. The fight is on. And the 0-1 is ripped right to the second baseman who makes the play. And that's will be 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 8-4 SSG. That, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is the first 1-2-3 inning of the game. The very first 1-2-3 inning of the game. The top of the 8th is the first time teams go 1-2-3. Lotte gets the win. LG is still up a 7-4. NC's up 11-5. Can Kia do the impossible and come back and win this game? SSG will have the 1-2-3 hitters coming up as they do their best to put this game out of reach, even by KBO standards. All right, so we'll see who comes into pitch for Kia. Will they let Jang Jae Hyuk keep going? He worked out of the bases loaded 1-out situation. They will. And runs inside, almost hitting him. No second game today. A bunch of people asked for a second game yesterday, and then nobody ever even really watched. The players didn't look like they wanted to be playing. The announcers didn't have any excitements. So no more double headers for this guy, as the 1-0 is right down the middle, 1-1. Lots of changes for Kia. Byonu Yuk over to third, Osanu at first, Jung Hae Wan in right, and Kim Gyu Sung at short, as that misses up high, and it's 2-1. So Kim Gyu Sung will take over in Pak Chan Ho's spot in the lineup. And that's a swing lifted, going, but the center fielder under it and one away. Let's get this stuff fixed and switched for you guys if you're watching at home. Oh, Pak Chan Ho is out. Kim Gyu Sung. No, Pak Sung Han steps in. He is 2 for 2 on the day, a walk, a sacrifice fly, as that is a strike on the outside, and then 2 singles. And way up high, 1-1. Kim Do Young is replaced by Jung Hae Wan, who is now playing right field. And that's misses up high, 2-1. And let's see, Osanu. And outside, a 3-1. I think that's fixed all of my Kia stuff. All right, here comes the 3-1 pitch. No, that is not how that worked. And that is in there for a strike, and we've got a full count, ladies and gentlemen. Second straight full counts for Pak Sung Han. And here comes the 3-2 pitch as he lifts that one into the air. The left fielder under it, and that is 2 away. I'm not even watching the pitches because I'm trying to get all the other stuff fixed. And here comes the first pitch. A beautiful curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Che Jung getting his last chance of this game to hit his fifth home run or his 500th home run. Everybody with their cameras out, swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. Lays off of that pitch way down on the zone, and it's now 2-1. I don't know how many times they're going to show this video of that 499. And did he go around? He did not. Umpire wants to see number 500. Ooh, I think he went. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, blows it past him up high. And that's will take us to the ninth inning. It's 8-4 SSG. Ladies and gentlemen, another 1-2-3 inning. Fantastic. Amazing. No 1-2-3 innings until the eighth inning. And then the top half and the bottom half suddenly with 1-2-3 innings. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. No, Kim Yu Sung, Jung Hae Won. All right, the rest I think is all right. Trying to get everything fixed and situated. All right, so we should be just about back. Will they bring in the closer here? They will. Jo Byung Hyun will come in to pitch, bringing in the closer in a 4-run game. So, Jo Byung Hyun, 15 games, 15.2 innings, a 3-1 on the season, 5 saves, 1.15 ERA, 14 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 1 home run given up. He took over as the closer last year. Last year on the season, what did he have? 12 saves last year, a 3.58 ERA. He's pitching much better this year, as most pitchers are, as that is ball one up high. One. I know. Bionoyak took over for Wisdom at first. He's over at third base now. 1-for-1 on the day with an RBI single in his last at bats. A walk and a run scored in his first at bats, and it's 2-0. And the 2-0 is way up high. Reno almost hits him in the head as he drops down to the ground. As Kia has their Pray song going. And here comes the 3-0 right down thy middle, and it's 3-1. And that's going to be fouled away, but gets out of play because they couldn't hit, I guess. And that's popped up. Second baseman in the dirt under it, and that will be one away. Nail, not a good day for him. Worst outing of his season easily, and his struggles against SSG continue. Daytime SSG, Sunday, away game, all bad starts. And that is in there for a strike, and it's 0 1. Oh, Jung Hae Won getting his first at bat of the day. And that is going to be lifted into center field, but two away. Whites didn't exactly pitch well either. Both starting pitchers coming into this game, you had to think that it was going to be a fantastic matchup between starters on a Sunday, but it was not. As that misses low, and it's a ball one. So Kim Sung Won getting his first at bat of the day. He took over in defense for Che Hyung Woo, as that is a strike on the outside corner, and it's 1 1. Gwangju boy, second round or second draft, the third round in 2017, and that's his outside, and it's 2 1. No Kyung already in his little hoodie, short sleeve hoodie. Never did understand that. All righty, here comes the 2 1 pitch, and it's popped foul, 2 2. All right, the 2 2 sets up on the inside. He misses, and it's 3 2, a full count. Five full counts so far today: a walk, a 2 run homer, a single, and a strikeouts. And the 3 2 pitch, that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop grabs it, throws across, and that's will be the end of the game. SSG gets the win to keep them out of 8th and 9th place, as they are the only away team or only home team to win a game so far this weekend. Overall, I mean, just really not a good game uh, at all. There was nothing in this game that impressed me. I don't know how else to explain this. You had what you thought was going to be a great game from starters. Nao came into the game. He was 2-0 with a 1.09 ERA. Whites was a 2-0 with a 2.31 ERA. You thought both of these guys were going to go 6, 7 innings. Perfect, what you wanted for the bullpens, because this is the first game of a doubleheader. They thought they're going to go 8 or 9 innings or 6, 7 innings. Give the bullpens a rest. Have a nice low scoring game. But Nail ran into troubles. Just he did not have his stuff. He did not have his good command. And they were not chasing the sweeper. He wasn't even really getting a chance to use that big sweeper because he was falling behind in the counts. He ended up 4 innings, 82 pitches, gave up 8 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, but 7 runs. He gave up 6 runs in his first 8 games on the season total. 6 runs in the first 8 games on the season total. Uh, but he has had troubles in this is I feel like the perfect storm for James Nail. Uh on the season, uh he pitches much worse on the road. He also pitches much worse during the day. He also pitches much worse on Sunday. And last year in his 2 games against SSG, he had a 6.17 ERA. And when you look at his game he played 1 game at home, and he also played one game here in Incheon. The one game he played in Incheon was even worse. One game 0-1 with a 7.50 ERA. They hit 333 against him. He had 9 strikeouts, one walk, but he gave up 5 runs in 6 innings. Uh, the worst uh, the worst stadium that he's played in is this one, and that was last year and obviously this year also. White, again, he goes 5 innings. He didn't look great. I thought there was going to be a ton of strikeouts in this game. There definitely were not. White went 5 innings, 93 pitches, 57 for strikes. Gave up 4 hits, gave up the 2-run shot to Chae Hyung-woo, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, 3 runs. Two of them were earned. Uh, yeah, he didn't pitch well either. He again up until the 8th inning, so all the way through the 6th inning, both the top half and the bottom half, every single uh pitcher was pitching from the stretch at some points. They There was no 1, 2, 3 innings until we got into the eighth. The top of the eighth, the bottom of the eighth, and the top of the ninth all went 1, 2, 3. So no 1, 2, 3 innings until the eighth and ninth inning. So absolutely offenses, I don't want to say were good because with runners on base, they were not. Kia had White in trouble early, had him in trouble a lot. They went 0 for 3 in the first inning with runners on base, 0 for 3 with runners on scoring position. They went 0 for 1 in the second inning, 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position. In the third inning, they went 0 for 2 with runners on base, 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position. Then the fourth inning, they went 1 for 3 with runners on base and 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position. But that's one run that they scored was a walk, a bases loaded walk. Then in the fifth inning, they went 1 for 2 with runners on base, and that happened to be the 2-run shot by Chae Hyung-woo. After that, then in the sixth inning, 1 for 3 with runners on base, that happened to be the Byung-hyuk RBI single. 0 for 2 in the sixth, and then 1, 2, 3 in the eighth, and 1, 2, 3 in the ninth. So they had a ton of opportunities. They had 16 at bats with runners on base. They had 3 hits. They had 9 hits, the 9 at bats with runners on in scoring position. They had 1 hit. Obviously, that's 1 hit was the RBI single by Byung-hyuk. SSG didn't particularly do that much better either, despite the fact that they got H runs. Still a lot of, you know, right there in the second, third, and fourth is the only time they had hits with runners on base or runners in scoring position. So both teams had a ton of runners, but there's a reason why both of these teams are looking at the playoffs from the outside, and both of these teams have very uh, bad bullpens, and on top of that, they are very bad with runners in scoring position as a team and batting average. So offensively, both of these teams are very low in the standings. You have to think it's time for trades. Obviously, it's going to start warming up a little bit in Korea. It, I feel like the weather in April was really cold compared to previous years, especially last year. I think a lot of these teams uh, are thinking like last year the the ball was juiced. There's no question that the ball was juiced last year. Uh, the offense was just off the charts last year. It was absolutely ridiculous last year. This year, those balls that were hit for 4 rows, 5 rows back in the outfield are now landing in front of the warning track. So I think they went back to the other baseball. Nothing you can say would ever change my mind and change my thinking on the ball being juiced last year. So yeah, I think teams are expecting last year's offense and they're not getting it. I think that's one of the reasons why Hanwha, LG, and Lotte are so high up in the standings is because they're built more around pitching than hitting, where you have teams like Kia, Samsung, Doosan, SSG, uh, NC. You have these guys that are based not around pitching, but they're based on offense. So obviously, it's easier to say whenever you're picking after they're up in the top of the lineups. But again, the SSG, they get a big win. It keeps them in eighth place since Doosan ended up losing, keeps them out of ninth place. Elsewhere around the league, Hanwha with their 12th straight win. Again, they get to play Kium, so they won 8-0 there. They do not have a doubleheader today. They will play Doosan in Jamshil next week. So I will probably do one of those games. Then Kia and SSG, obviously, this game, they'll play another game after this. I don't know what the lineups are. So it'll be Yang Hyung Jong starting for Kia and Kim Kwon Hyun starting for uh, SSG. So both legendary left-handed Korean pitchers who are not having good seasons will be pitching in the next game. Uh, for the other ones, Lotte is going to have Imin Suk, and he will be facing KT and Owan Suk. Have to think that KT wins that game. Really have to think that KT wins that game. Just because Owen Suk is, Lotte is starting a bullpen guy. So have to think that KT. Yeah, next game will be a pitcher's duel because everybody's tired from running around for 3.5 hours. In the NC Doosan game, you have Chae Sung Yang versus Chae Jun Ho. As far as those guys, anytime Chae Jun Ho starts for Doosan, I cannot think that Doosan will win the game. I just don't think he is a very good pitcher. Now that there's the automatic balls, the ABS system, I just don't think he can be a starter. I think the KBO is going to quickly realize that the side armors that they've had, the side armors and submariners, are no longer going to be effective with the ABS system. I think teams are figuring that out now that they were getting strikes on because the umpires were calling batter's box to batter's box in inner batter box lines. The inside from the right to the inside to the left, those were strikes. And now that it's the ABS system, those aren't strikes anymore. So I think teams are going to realize that side armors are out. They're no longer the cool thing to have. So, but yeah. Next game will start, I don't know, maybe 25 minutes or so. I will not be doing it. 4 games in 3 days or 2.5 days is actually 2 days, not even 2 days, is enough for me. I got stuff I need to get done around here. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back on Monday. I don't know what game I'll do on Monday. I will probably do Doosan versus Hanwha on Monday. On Tuesday. On Wednesday will be KT and Samsung, and then Thursday maybe it'll be either Lotte or Kia or NC and SSG. So I'll check the pitching matchups and see where teams are in the standings over the weekend. Have some decent matchups. So we'll see what happens there. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging around all weekend long. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Enjoy game 2. I know they don't usually have bets for you guys on game 2 because there's only a 30 minutes window. So maybe just watch the game and nope, Tuesday nights. I said Monday nights. Yeah. Tuesday. Messed up. I was thinking, whatever you got this, like last week, we had a Monday night game. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, until next time.